right.
This is the first stage at CQB Brutality 24.
Shooters ready?
This is
ready.
John
Stand
Henry's
by.
Revenge. It's actually stage 2. Start
1,
out
2,
by
3,
beating the crap
4,
out of this
5,
tire with a hammer.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This stage, I am running pistol. This is part of my project to compare running a regular Glock with running a Glock in a little PDW chassis. Try to see how worthwhile that chassis is, particularly on someone that is, only so-so at shooting pistol. Here, we have a KYL target, not being used as a KYL, but simply as a series of increasingly more difficult static steel targets. To get 1 hit on that, 2 hits on the big piece of steel, back and forth.
Go slow.
That last target is pretty damn tiny.
There you go.
There you go. Knock down popper, 2 hits on the steel. I'm kind of chugging along with this. Of course, like many brutality matches, you have that bit of physical activity at the beginning just to raise your stress level, get your heart rate up, get your breathing up, just to make it be a bit more difficult than doing just the basic shooting challenges.
HVT.
Drop mag. Clear. Wait. Hammer.
And after you clear that target, you holster your now cleared gun, pick up the hammer, run over here, do another set of 10 tire slams with the hammer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ultimately,
6,
on this stage,
7, 8, 9,
I'm going to come
10.
out
Load up.
43 out of 48 in service pistol optics, and 109 out of 132 overall. Very similar to the first side, going back and forth with 2 hits on a significantly smaller static steel with knocking down some poppers. And you'll end with having to climb up on the tire and get one last hit, one-handed, on the final target.
2 on the steel.
Yes, I moved from the Aero stuff plus, yeah.
Shooting all around. Slow down a little bit.
Slow down. 1, 2. Grab the hammer. On the tire, one hand.
Because I was in for 9 days shot.
Tar.
Oh. Unload, show clear.
Stand by.
Now, what I'm doing is swapping
1,
back-to-back
3,
with runs
4,
between the PDW
5, 6,
and the pistol.
7,
Trying to be as fair as
9,
possible,
10, move.
and each stage I'm going to switch which one I can use first. And you're going to see right off the bat, even though this is the cheapest version of this is a $100 Glock chassis. The guns are nearly identical, even though one is a 17, the other's a 19, but extremely similar. But these precise shots, so much easier. And the double taps on the steel, a decent bit faster. Additionally, I am running the same magazines for both. That is, you're starting out with a 17 round, and then reloads with 21, because that's the limits for service pistol optics. I don't want to have an advantage in the magazine side, even though I am in the PCC category with this PDW.
Give me 1 high value.
Oh no.
And you get that high value at the very end as a clearing shot.
Grab the hammer.
Pretty damn easy, even with the crappiest possible version of a PDW. Ultimately, I'm going to end up
1, 2,
19 out of 30 in the
4,
PCC
5,
category
6, 7,
and
8,
71
9,
out of 132 overall
load up.
running this PDW. A much better score than I got with Pistol. And with Pistol, I timed out just before getting the final target. And I do finish the stage under par. I actually do so on all the stages with the PDW.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right. Grab the hammer. One hand. Shooter ready?
This is my second stage, stage 3.
Well, it's really weird shooting under this pallet because it's confined enough
And
it's inside it enough that it just kind of
little, planning,
I also have a copy
because there were some issues with running this on staff day. I actually am running Pistol again first this time. But that's all right. Doing a lot of swapping around over the course of the day, so I don't always have that first, second run advantage.
All right.
And that last shot there, that was a high-value clearing shot, which I did not make. Wasn't that slow on getting the other targets, but the penalty for missing that high-value shot, that's a 30-second penalty, and that's a huge effect on your time. And after riding that horse on the wobbly bridge, just moderately difficult way of shooting, you have 4 more shooting positions around a barricade. And each of these targets, you have the small targets that need 1 hit, the large targets needs 3. Then under here. And while I don't feel like I did that bad, not relative to how I've done historically, still going to be significantly slower with the Pistol. Now on this stage, I'm going to come in 41 out of 48 in my class and 99 out of 132 overall. Spoiler, going to do better with the PDW. But, do you finish it under par at least?
How many was that?
One more. Good.
And here is that PDW run. Right off the bat, just a bit quicker on all of these.
Drop your mag.
Those triple taps are a little bit faster, though not fast compared to people who are really good. And there's that high-value shot, and I make it. And that's a 30-second penalty on the Pistol that I didn't have with this. And that's a huge effect on the score. And while no real big problems on either of these, other than that one high-value shot, each bit of this, I'm just a bit quicker, and I take less tries to get every hit. And my PW score on this stage, I'm going to come in 20 out of 30 in the PCC category, and 42 out of 132 overall. It really is working for me.
Shooter, unload, and show clear. All right.
Now this stage, you start out by lighting that fuse, and you got some bonus targets to hit, and you have to stop shooting when that ignites. Boom. Barely made it. Drop the mag, make a high value shot,
There you go. Got the HVT.
crawl through a tunnel. Now this stage, there's these barrels over there, and they're wrapped in some black plastic, shredded by people shooting through those firing ports. And it just gets worse and worse throughout the day as the more people shoot. And you end up with this black plastic flapping in your face and covering your sights, blocking your vision completely. It was a real bitch. Now, I do get through it. But that Super Sort brace, not remotely comparable to a real PCC, which would have made this a lot easier, being able to reach farther past all that flapping black plastic. Particularly at the bottom port, the barrels get closer together towards the bottom, and it's super narrow down there. It's a very difficult angle.
Did I hit it?
Yeah.
The barrels make a lot of noise.
Oh yeah, and I can't hear the targets because there's so much noise bouncing off those barrels. Now, I'm going to come in 21 out of 30 in PCC and 58 out of 132 overall. But what we do have, as soon as I finish this target, awkward as that was, 2 spinners. And just power through these. While still not as good as a real PCC, it makes a spinner a lot easier than pistol. Because any misses on spinners just eat up your time. And then you end up not spinning the spinner because it slows down.
Nice.
All right, if you're done, unload and show clear.
Go ahead and pick up that.
Now with the pistol, this bonus section with the fuse,
Stand by.
like, by my standards, I did really good. I did almost as good as with the PDW. I get nearly done, don't quite get the last target. I get the high value. All those little ones at the beginning are all bonuses. Actually spinning the spinners are bonuses. I ended up with a negative time score on this stage. And all the barrel problems with the difficulty being able to see, the plastic in your face, roughly equally bad with both the pistol and the PDW. When I eventually get here with a PCC, it was a lot easier for this awkward presentation. Now, ultimately, I end up 43 out of 48 in this division, but 112 out of 132 overall, and you're going to see why. Things aren't terrible up to this point. A little slow, and I just kind of fall apart on the spinner, and that doesn't go well at all. I mean, I'm not alone in that. A lot of people have problems with spinners, but that didn't help my score at all.
time.
This was a fun stage.
Top card.
Kind of interesting. It has a random element to it. The targets are all
You
either
ready? Ready.
red or black.
Stand by.
Start out by flipping a card. And whichever color you get, those are your friends. Don't shoot them. Put 3 shots into the gambler right across the table from you. And then get up. Toss the chair aside. Move the sandbag. So a lot of those targets are no-shoots. And I did accidentally hit 1 no-shoot already and shooting the guy across the table from me.
Those big poppers, you're going to want to shoot the tops of them.
Move the sandbag in. Got the poppers. The poppers went down pretty quick and easy.
Center plate rack. Shooting red.
This plate rack, half of them black, half of them red. Yeah, I'm going to get some more no-shoots on that. In the end, I'm going to come out 45 out of 48 in this division. 121 out of 132 overall. Because 30-second penalty for every no-shoot. And that adds up really, really fast.
60 seconds already.
Have to reload. Plate rack is just pushing the
It's a
limits
good data point.
of what I can really do with a handgun accurately and consistently. Just knocking him down is one thing, but avoiding the other plates that are right there next to him, that's not something I'm really up to skill-wise at this point.
Get that last popper.
Another last popper. There you go.
Move.
Oh, yeah, there's got another one of the no-shoot poppers. Move the sandbags again. That physical challenge part of it. Not difficult to do, but enough to get you a little bit amped up.
I know better.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Just 3 hits of static steel. Not that hard. Much easier than the plate rack section. Don't get any no-shoots there. Really, the only way to get a no-shoot on those static steel is if you forget what you're doing and shoot the wrong target on purpose. Move the sandbag again. Then the very far end of the bay is a big white hostage no-shoot. It's an even bigger penalty if you hit it. And the hostage taker target, we get to get the right one again. Which I do. Eventually.
Hit. You're good. Unload and show clear.
So they didn't get another hostage. He's fast.
Now, with a PDW,
Shooters ready?
same stage again.
Stand
And
by.
shooting the dealer
Red.
through that infinity target. I hit a no-shoot through the dealer. Again. That's, could have been better.
Poppers.
But the poppers, just a little bit quicker.
Move.
The really big difference in my score is coming up after this sandbag move. That plate rack is
Plate rack.
the most prone to having you hit some no-shoots. And I cruised through that pretty easily. Ultimately, I end up 21 out of 30 in the PCC category and 63 out of 132 overall. So,
Black.
pretty good. Even pretty good for PCC. Static steel, real easy. More sandbag, and then hostage taker. I got it both times, but it was just a bit faster with the PDW.
Hit. You're good. Unload and show clear. Clear.
This stage, something pretty damn cool was added to this match. For people here with some 3D printed and sewn as part of a project tourniquets with an actual simulated arm with an arterial bleed. You have to start out by actually stopping the bleeding. This is a good sim, and frankly, I really wish we'd have this at every single match, because no one actually practices this. And people are getting a chance to really practice this on the clock.
Does it get stopped?
Oh, still going.
It's not quite stopped.
There was a tiny trickle, so I went to crank it one more. Bad for my time, but you know, I really care about stopping that bleed. Rest of the stage, relatively straightforward. That's one big target surrounded by a big sea of no-shoots. And I do end up tagging one of the no-shoots at one point. Each of these barricades, you have to shoot from the right side right-handed, from the left side left-handed, which was fine. There's no reason for me to have made that fuck up and hit a no-shoot and gotten a 60-second penalty, which totally trashed my score.
Go. Left side. Or left barricade.
But, oh well. I was rushing. That happens. But overall, very cool to have the simulated bleed at the tourniquet stage. Very worthwhile. Ultimately, I come in 25 out of 30 in division, 65 out of 132 overall. And now my time running through this on pistol. This is going to be my closest time out of all of them between the PDW and pistol. But
Oh no.
I wasted a bit of extra time getting that bleed. Not just 95% stopped, but 100% stopped. And, well, that ate up a whole bunch of time on my PDW run. On both runs, I make a single hit on a no-shoot. So neither of them are that good. In both cases, even with pistol, I shouldn't have had any no-shoot hits. But it happened. Ultimately, I'm going to come in 35 out of 48 in division with pistol, and
Good call, buddy.
102 out of 132 match overall score on this stage.
No shoot. That's a no shoot. Hit. Hit.
Drop the hostage.
High. Hit. Hit. Move. Hit. 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 You're good. Drop mag. Unload shall clear.
Companion cube.
This was
You ready?
a pretty damn cool stage design.
Stand
You
by.
have to carry your companion cube, set it on each barrel, and then shoot an array of poppers. Now the blue ones are no shoots, but there's also a little red falling steel. And you get one and only one shot at that falling steel. If it falls, the entire array is neutralized. So it's possible to fire only 6 shots and clear the stage. Did not get the falling steel
Move.
that time. No explosive barrel effect. And I keep going along.
Clear the array.
Overall, I don't think my shooting was super terrible. I'm just not getting those not bonus scores, but in effect a bonus falling steel. And I do get
There you go.
some no-shoots.
Right. Other one.
Pretty significant difference between my pistol and PDW scores. Got the explosive barrel that time.
Good,
Didn't have to
move.
shoot the rest of the poppers.
Right. Whoa.
Ultimately, I'm going to come in at 39 out of 48 in division and 103 out of 132 overall.
Clear the array. 2 poppers.
I mean, I finished the stage, didn't par out. I don't feel like I was shooting that bad by my standards, but I'm going to do better with the PDW.
Nope. Good.
Other barrel.
Yeah. Clear the array.
Right, left.
Good.
There you go.
Drop. Mag. Unload your clear. You are clear, sir.
Nice.
Guy.
Got that companion cube,
Go. You ready?
and this is,
Stand by.
yeah, a stage where that extra bit of precision from having that third point of contact makes such a huge difference. Got the explosive barrel. Don't have to shoot any
Oh,
poppers. That's going to be a repeated theme throughout this stage. Yeah, I'm not super fast. The really good BCC shooters were able to get lined up on that really quick. I have to take a bit of time. But I'm saving a lot of time off having to knock down all those poppers. Ultimately, I get all but one of them. And the one I miss is one of the two at the very end, where there is a hard cover
Move.
protecting some tiny little round steels. There's little tiny holes there you had to get through, and that was pretty difficult.
Move.
I'm going to end up 23 out of 30 in division, 73 out of 132 overall.
Aim small.
Oh yeah, and the dot started having some sort of issue. Might not have had a good battery.
Missed. Got it.
Nice. All right, you're done.
Wow. All right.
Fuck yeah. All right, you're clear. Do you have a flag for that guy?
I do. Look at the dot. Shooter ready.
This stage, my pistol run. You start out, you have a big array of targets there to clear. Waiting for that timer for just a second. Once you clear those, now that first array, you're the farthest away, and it also has the most targets. And while I'm certainly able to get them eventually, you can see it takes me a while. Eventually, I'll get those all down. And then to carry a sandbag, put it into the barrel up there. Alright, just a few more. Give it a second. Getting pretty late in the day, and there's a little bit of fatigue setting in.
Hey, you got it. What?
Now, ultimately, I will end up way up at 45 out of 48 in class. 117 out of 132 overall. Not a great time. I don't par out, though. So that's something. We'll run to the next one.
180.
Clear it. Kettlebell to go put in the barrel. Then go to the other side. Clear another array. Carry another kettlebell back to the barrel. Then you have to pull out a card. They'll show you a sequence of targets that you have to hit. It gets it randomized, so each card has a different sequence. And you have to get the sequence exactly right. So any hits on the wrong one, any out of order, there's a penalty, and that's that. And that's the end of the round. But I make it, I finish it, clear everything, under par, just kind of slow.
Can you table this during this stage?
No, table it.
That is right.
Up left.
Hammer down. Ready.
Stand by.
And here again, we see the difference in my performance with the PDW versus the pistol. Closer array, not that big a difference, but farther back in the bay, I just can get those targets down so much faster with the PDW. Just a world of difference. Though, one of those was kind of hard to see with the angle and the sun, and literally didn't see it until the RO pointed out that I had forgotten. Still, I'm going to end up 17 out of 20 in division, 80 out of 132 overall. Damn good for the cheapest friggin' Glock chassis you can get. This stage is incredibly fun. It's also one where a ton of people parred out. I start out, I was on the red X, pull open the door, it triggered a disappearing target. I think I got 1 out of 2 on those guys. And you have a bunch of static steel to clear, 2 hits on the small, 3 hits on the big one. And it wasn't that hard to pistol, but I could just do it a bit faster with the PDW. I know that I sound like a broken record, but that's what keeps happening. But on the other half of this stage, the difference becomes much more extreme. What do we do? After clearing it, into the gator. As soon as you get all the way over to the other bay, you load up and try to knock down some targets while moving. And yeah, I didn't do super good on the moving ones. The last few that you don't get, you can finish from the passenger seat while not moving. I can kind of chug through those. Now, I'm going to end up 18 out of 30 in division, 65 out of 132. And a lot of people hard out on the stage. A lot of people got to the spinner and just failed. A whole bunch of people ran out of ammo. You can count all these targets. You need a lot of ammo to finish this stage. So many falling steel. But I can just chug through them. I can get all those with a pistol, but I don't waste nearly as many shots doing it with the PDW. And of course, we're going to end on a spinner. And the spinner doesn't tolerate mistakes well. I should have changed mags before I got to it. But that's okay. I got enough time. I can still finish the spinner. At the end of the day, total match score in division with PDW, 18 out of 30. Overall, 46 out of 132. That kind of answers the question that we're here to answer.
Over. 15429. Woo.
Now do the same thing with pistol. Pop open the door, take a shot at that target. Got at least one hit out of the two that I needed. And I kind of chug through the steel. It's just on the smaller circles, it takes a few extra shots. And I take a little bit more time to aim. It's not terrible, but it's, not as fast. That's just how it is. My skill level with pistol, I'm just doing a lot better even with the cheapest possible PDW. You just hear the cadence on those triple taps. It's there. It's not super fast, and it's a little bit faster with the PDW. And we're doing the same thing. Jump in the gator. We got the camera operator running there. I actually do better on the moving shooting part. So it's not all one-sided, but on average, it comes out better with the PDW. I end up, on this stage, 33 out of 48 with my pistol. I mean, 82 out of 132 overall, which is actually a pretty good score for this stage. So many people had such a hard time with this. It's kind of painful. A few of those targets you just took a bunch of hits to get. Took multiple hits on that particular piece of static steel to knock it down. And while I do eventually chug through all this, by the time I get to the spinner, I don't have that much time left. And I'm confident I could have gotten it with enough time, but you'll see I end up running out of ammo and running out of time immediately after running out of ammo. Overall for the match, and surface pistol optics, 43 out of 48. With the total match score with pistol, 106 out of 132. And that's how it works out. Lots of fun, though.